Sintra, Portugal, home to some of the most magical palaces, gardens and epic views in Europe. But if you're visiting with kids, or just limited on time, which one should you prioritise? We visited all 4 during our 3 months with Boundless Life, and we've got thoughts. Let's break it down. Welcome to The Wandering Herd. Family travel fueled by financial independence. To kick things off, a little perspective. Sintra looks like a fairy tale from above. And trust us, it feels that way on the ground too. First up, Quinta da Regaleira. Built in the late 1800s, Quinta da Regaleira was built by a wealthy Portuguese businessman named Antonio Monteiro, a guy obsessed with the occult, secret societies and symbolism. He hired an Italian architect to turn his property into a mysterious Gothic playground full of hidden tunnels, symbolism and Masonic references. Here we are, we're heading for the initiation well. Found a little shortcut up these steps. So the initiation well is where they think the Knights Templar hid the Holy Grail. At least according to an unexplained episode with William Shatner that we watched randomly a few months ago.
Was the Holy Grail hidden somewhere in the initiation well? And if so, did Montero find it there? We'll never know for sure because Montero died in 1920 and took the secrets of the initiation well to the grave.
Here we are in the caves that lead who knows where, really.
That was neat. I feel initiated, and I got driven on by unknown water source.
This is Mother Nature. You can easily spend the whole day here, and especially with kids, there's a lot of gardens and grounds for them to run around and explore. It really is a must-do when you're in Sintra. But heads up, the place is always packed.
Look how pretty these little flowers are.
Monserrate is the underdog, and honestly, our favourite. Built in the mid-1800s on earlier ruins, Monserrate was the summer estate of a super wealthy Englishman, Sir Francis Cook. He became the Viscount of Montserrate. He combined Gothic, Moorish and Indian influences to create his architectural mashup, and surrounded it with one of the most exotic botanical gardens in Europe. The palace itself is stunning, but the real win is the garden. This feels like you could have filmed Jurassic Park here. It feels kind of like Hawaii. We've been to a couple of beautiful gardens in Hawaii, or like a Japanese garden. Like this is a combination of the two.
The frogs that we saw over on the lily pads are the rarest frog in the country. They are only found on the Iberian Peninsula, and they're called the Iberian painted frog.
Much fewer crowds, amazing views, and easily the chillest day we had in Sintra. It's really the least talked about out of the big 4, but for us it was the best. Fun fact, the gardens include plants from 5 continents. It was a living museum of global botany before that was trendy. Overlooking Sintra from above is the Moorish Castle. Built somewhere between the 8th and 9th century, this one's a real deal. A medieval fortress built by the Moors, Muslim rulers from North Africa, when they controlled large parts of the Iberian Peninsula. It was meant to defend the region and keep watch over the surrounding land. Later, it was taken by Christian forces during the Reconquista. We tackled this one without the kids, and we're glad we did, because we did a hike.
Hi! We're here, and then we go up. And this is like where we've been before, and then you just keep going up.
We're 8 minutes from the castle, so we'll see if it's open or not. If you get to the top and you run out of energy, you have all these tuk-tuks. Will take you down for whatever price you're willing to negotiate them to.
Wow.
Sintra. This is Quinta da Regaleira, downtown Sintra. We are over here on the other side of this cliff before we see it. We got there. It's a legit hike to the top, but totally doable. Just not if you have a 4 and a 5-year-old with you. It would take a couple hours as opposed to 20 minutes. Also, when you get there, the castle's not that toddler friendly. There's not really any barriers to stop them falling, either a short distance or completely over the edge. Ta-da! But the views up here, absolutely incredible. This is the side of the castle we see from our window. Just down there. You can see the window. We made it. Final turret.
It was open till 6 after all.
5:33. Ignore Apple, it says it's open 10 till 1, which would be super weird. Fun fact, King Ferdinand II ordered parts of the ruins to be restored in the 1800s. Basically turning it into a romantic ruin for visitors to wander through. Make sure you plan around the weather to get up here on a clear day. You can see all of Sintra and the ocean. And also, Pena Palace. You can't come to Sintra and skip this colourful icon. Built in the mid-1800s, commissioned by King Ferdinand II, Pena Palace is the crown jewel of Romanticism in Portugal. It was built on the ruins of a monastery and designed to be a mix of fairy tale, castle and Disneyland on a hill. The colours, the domes, the towers, all intentionally dramatic. Fun fact, Ferdinand basically freelanced the design. He was inspired by castles in Bavaria and said, let's mash them all together and throw it on a mountain. It worked. We took the little road train up with the kids, which starts at the train station and stops at a couple other stops on the way up. All aboard!
All aboard the train!
We thought this would be a pretty chill train, but it was actually more like a roller coaster. Don't expect a peaceful stroll like you had at Monserrate. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it's a must-see, but it's going to be completely overrun with tourists at all times. So just set your expectations. Also, top tip, once you get to the gate, there is going to be other buses that take you up to the palace. You don't need to buy those tickets, it's only a 10-minute walk to get to the palace. Also, we didn't actually go inside the palace, because for us, the outside is really what's worth seeing. You can really walk the grounds, check out the restaurant and check out the cafe, and still see all of the stuff worth seeing. We'd already seen Monserrate, Quinta da Regaleira, and we didn't feel like we needed to see this one too. After visiting all 4 palaces, here's how we'd rank them if you're short on time. For stunning views, the Moorish Castle takes the prize. Just make sure you get up here on a clear day. For magical vibes and mystery, as William Shatner suggested, Regaleira is hard to beat. It's a weird and interesting place. Who knows what the real history was? For royal grandeur and Instagram fame, Pena Palace delivers, but expect huge crowds. It's not going to be a relaxing afternoon, but the best overall family-friendly experience with chill vibes and beautiful grounds is Monserrate. Do not miss it, the grounds are spectacular. This feels like you could have filmed Jurassic Park here. And there's a really nice coffee shop halfway down to the palace. If you could only choose one or two, we'd recommend Monserrate and Regaleira for a perfect mix of beauty, calm and experience. Thanks for joining us at Sintra. We're the Wandering Herd, travelling the world with 2 little kids and lots of snacks. Hit subscribe for more family adventures.